So there's the big reveal. It's a double soapbox. Now, can they keep it together? Oh, no, they can't. Look at them in the back.
Every now and then, we see soapboxes that are so insane, they blow our tiny minds.
This is our tribute to the most amazing designs in the history of the Red Bull Soapbox race. Let's get started in London with a jaw-dropping soapbox that took hundreds of hours to make.
And seconds to destroy.
Steampunk mechanical bull is one of the more extravagant and bizarre designs that we've seen here at Alexandra Palace. If the look of the soapbox is anything to go by, then this one's going to be something special. Let's see what it's like in practical terms. It's quite a strange position, isn't it, for the driver to start with? But he's enjoying it so far. I'm not sure he can probably see past the bull's head. It seems to lift up at just the right time, doesn't it? Over still works, and now the bone rattler. Plenty of bones on the soapbox in general, it would appear. Here's the bone rattler then. And okay through there, although a little bit wobbly at the last bit. Just avoided the bales on the way through, and they've still got the factory to get through here as well. At the moment, though, the bull's still snorting, and this thing flying down the circuit. Didn't go over the handlebars. Really good run. Can he stop it? Oh! Let's hope he's okay at the finish. Very spectacular run down by Steampunk Mechanical Bull, and a very spectacular way to finish the run down the hill here at Ali Pali.
We're heading to Paris for our next spectacular soapbox design.
So we have Drum Team now, Capel the pilot, Fouquet the co-pilot, and they're hoping to play the drums all the way down. Here he goes, banging those skins. Drum Team on the way. You can see the pilot in the big bass at the bottom. And still he's hammering away at the top. More in fear than anything else. He's soon given that up as a bad idea. Look, he said, I'm going to just hang on, forget it's in the drum. This is a brilliant run, though, by the way. Look how fast these guys are. Look at this. They're like maniacs down the circuit. Let's have a look at the time. That's amazing. 37.03. Astonishing speed. Unbelievable run by Drum Team.
Next, it's one of the most bizarre soapboxes we've ever seen.
This is going to be a real challenge, I think, at the top. And they've got to be very methodical and steady through these twists and turns at the top. No problem through the water. They became jet skis, didn't they, through there? So here we go. Time's not the deciding factor, but it is a big part of what they do. And they've got to go quicker than this. Over the steps, that's fine. Now then. It'll start to get interesting, this thing, when it gets down towards that berm, because this looks like it's going to be a difficult soapbox to get right and left in a short space of time. This is where they've got to go fast. They can't do a great deal about it here. Now then, let's see how it works. Whizzing round that corner, whizzing up towards the berm. Round they go, as quick as we've seen them. Can they get round the left hand? Oh, yes, no, oh, no, they can't. No, they can't. I spoke too soon. It's that wide. There's hardly any gap on either side. There's no room for error. Look at it. It's just too far to the left, and they couldn't get round. They were so methodical at the top. One of the most impressive soapboxers I've ever seen.
Now, for one of the most memorable designs in soapbox history.
Belly of the whale. It's designed to look like Mr. Bean's Mini with a chair on top and the teddy bear behind. So Ben, the co-pilot's just got to sit up there and hope it all goes well. You can't see John. He's in there somewhere. So belly of the whale is over the water. The shoes come off. Then we go over the wedge. Now we're moving towards this bone rattler. I've got to say, Ben seems like he's enjoyed himself up there. Here's the bone rattler. Ben straps in and he's... They aren't Ben's real legs, by the way. Flopping around. 25 through there. Kicker. No problem. It's a good run, this one. I didn't realise until halfway down that they weren't actually Ben's own legs. It's only when they started going over the jumps and the shoes were coming off. Oh, hang on a second. He's actually standing up in there. Living Arcadia. Davide, Simone, Alberto and Paolo, an 80s console player. And it's one of the most remarkably designed soapboxes that I think I've ever seen. One facing forward, one facing backwards, steered by a joystick. Good luck. I don't want to be him. He's got no idea what's coming next. First thing he's going to encounter is the initial kicker, followed quickly by another one. And they're nice and slow over there, probably because he's got to steer it with a joystick, and he can't miss that. Can't miss the pails, and he got out the front in slow motion. 10 out of 10 for the idea, but to try and get that right to the bottom is going to be impossible. Slowly, slowly out you come.
Let's head to New Zealand for our next incredible soapbox design.
And if anyone has any idea how this soapbox made it down the track in one piece, please let us know, because it's got us baffled.
Easy trucks next, and down he goes down the ramp. And he's, well, I'm not quite sure what he's doing here. He seems to be all over the place at the top of the course. Well, he seems to be sliding down at the moment through the disco tunnel, sideways on. Not sure whether this is part of the design or he's one of the most spectacular pilots that we've ever seen in a soapbox race. Anyway, Jack the Knife's on his way down. Here's the bone shaker. He seems to be almost pulling and lifting the soapbox down the circuit with that back end constantly swinging out. Here he goes again. Look at him through there. Well, it's good on the eye. I'm not sure how quick it's going to be. Here we go around the berm, and he's going to skid it round the berm. One way and then the other. Whoa, through the berm. He's okay. Easy truck's on the way down. This is anything but an easy truck to control, though, is it? Here's crash corner. Round he goes. Here's the finish line. Can he make it over the ramp? Yes, he can. And over the finish line. What a spectacular run. 1:18.29. And I simply don't know how he got down there.
Let's head to Helsinki, Finland, to meet the first of 3 teams that chose to race in reverse.
Or so it seemed.
So we've got the caravan attached to the car. Well, they've got no chance here, surely. Around the berm, around the berm, around the... Oh, they're all right so far. Eyes in the back of his head. Now we've got the kicker, the first reverse soapbox that we've ever had here. This is crackers. Chicane. Oh, he's managed to get it round. Look at this. Now they've got the car wash. This is really narrow. He's straight through. Look at this for a run. What about the time? He's gone backwards all the way. That's astonishing. 34.64 in reverse from top to bottom. Oh, he's in there, look. I thought that was the fella going backwards all the way. Heavy lifting. They all work in the same factory, and they all got their forklift truck licenses together this year, hence the inspiration for the soapbox. And look at him, he's going backwards. It's hard enough going forwards. If he gets this down to the bottom without banging the bales, he's the most talented forklift truck driver in the world. The package is gone, you won't see that. If you're waiting on the delivery, you might have to wait a little bit longer. This is astonishing that he's going backwards through here. Fantastic. He's making it look easy. Outstanding. This is the big test, this is the big test. Oh, he just kissed it and stayed all right, stayed up. That is fantastic, magnificent. That might be the finest drive since I saw Ayrton Senna in the wet at Donington Park in 1993. That's astonishing. You can drive my forklift anytime. What a performance by Vanson. That's astonishing stuff. He's gone from top to bottom backwards. He's hardly kissed the straw. He's not bothered about it. He's got the flush as well. He's got the flush as well. 140. He should get a prize just for doing that backwards. That's how close he came, but he kept it going. I thought he'd done that backwards all the way down. There's somebody in there driving it. Oh, wipe the scores off. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. Carre 3D. I can't wait to see them go over the kicker and round the corner backwards. There he goes anyway. Is he brave or is he foolish? What he is at the moment is pretty fast, and he's in a straight line at the moment. Over the jump backwards, no problem. Through the chicane, here we go. Can he actually see to get through the chicane? Well, clearly he can. Gets through there, no problem at all. Through the gravel trap. This is where it starts to get interesting. Downhill, backwards and fast. You can see it start to pick up speed. Over the jump, he's got the really tricky piece coming. Takes the jump well. Oh, flies around the corner, he nearly lost it there. He was on one wheel round the corner, but he manages to get it through the finish line. That's a remarkable run. Downhill, backwards, carré 3D, and he lives to fight another day.
So, which was your favourite? The caravan, the forklift, or the Rubik's Cube? Battle it out in the comments below.
I think it's fair to say we've had our fill of reversing soapboxes, so how about we cleanse our palates with a soapbox splitting in two?
That'll do nicely.
So, and look at this. It splits in two. So there's the big reveal. It's a double soapbox. Now, can they keep it together? Oh, no, they can't. Look at them in the back. It was Aaron at the back who lost it first, and he took Matt with him. Well, they're okay, but the moment the back went, the front couldn't go with it, and all of a sudden the balance had gone. Watch this. There you see the back go, and it drags the front with it. The minute you lose the back, you can't keep the front. They're not going to give in, though. They're going to try and take it down to the end. Now they are very much two separate soapboxes over the ramp. Oh, he's gone again. That one's still going, almost. Well, Aaron almost managed to get it further. Matt's still underneath that one. There he is. Well done, Matt. Well done, Aaron.
If you're enjoying these mind-blowing soapbox designs, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Legends of Soapbox Racing.
So this is the Shine retiring BALLBARIAN's Dragon. The judges love the creativity of 47, and they like the performance as well at 39. So if it can be anything like a decent time, they could well wind up in the frame here today. There's the three-headed dragon bobbing up and down. I wouldn't want to be laying under there, under any circumstances. And he's driving it, and the fellow on the back is controlling the heads. That's what we do know. They're through the berm anyway, and he's still on. Down we go towards the chicane. Okay, through there. Oh, just about. How did they get through there? Astonishing how they got through there. Right, now we've got the potholes. Got to get some speed up again. Well, they're okay so far. You'll get the speed gun, and then all they've got is the kicker. And it's been okay. 30. Here's the kicker. Look at the fellow at the bottom. Oh, he's still under. And then down to the finish in 102.86, which I think represents a really good run for a soapbox that was full of creativity. That was great.
Our final amazing soapbox design was a crowd favourite when it descended the course in London.
That's because it's not one soapbox at all. It's actually three.
So down goes the 18 wagon with Christian and Richie in there, and all of a sudden it becomes the general lead from the Dukes of Hazzard. So that's going to impress the judges. It's all about style and showmanship as well as speed, and this looks pretty quick, doesn't it, with the BA Baracus Mohican obviously for the 18-bit. Now it becomes the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and it's flying down the circuit too. Around the island it goes. Richie at the front, Christian at the back. It looks a good ride, this, over the bone rattler. Didn't rattle anybody's bones, that, because it flew over there. All they've got to go is the factory, and it's absolutely flying down the circuit. This looks as quick as anything we've seen today. Safely over there, never moved a muscle, and easily over the finish line. It was quick, it was effective, and we saw three vehicles in one on the way down. The 18 van to start with, then the General Lee, and they crossed the line in the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Fantastic run from the Absolute Radio team.